Hi guys, Mike here, and today we're going to talk about this, which is Asus's Transformer Pad. It's the new Android tablet they're bringing on the market right now in 2012, and I'm pretty sure this is going to be one of the most popular Android tablets for this year. It's going to be affordable, starting at only $399, so it's cheaper than the iPad, and it's also very slim. It's light and it's powerful. So basically those are all the things you're going to need in a tablet. The video review that's going to start in just a couple of seconds will tell you more about this device, and we'll also tell you if this is actually worth the money or not. Okay, so here we go. We have here the blue version of the Asus Transformer Pad TF300. It's also going to be available in a bunch of different colors. Overall a very slim device. It looks very good, very nicely built. On the front face you have the 10-inch display. It's the standard 10.1-inch display, 1280 by 100 pixels resolution with an IPS panel. You also have the Asus logo here in the corner, and you have the front facing camera. It's a 1.2 megapixel camera and the light sensor on the front face. Nothing else, just like any standard Android tablet, except for this indicator, and I'm gonna tell you what this one does in just a couple of seconds. Having a quick look at the back, you notice this is made from plastic, but it's very sturdy plastic. It doesn't bend, it doesn't flex, very solid build, and it has this circle texture. So it's identical to the texture you also get on the Asus ZenBooks. You have the Asus logo, you also have the camera here. It's an 8 megapixel camera, no flash. And you also have here a speaker. So you no longer have two speakers, one on each side. You have a bigger speaker here on this right part, kind of similar to what you get on the iPad. In terms of thickness, this is just 10 millimeters thick, which is about 0.4 of an inch, and it weighs around 1.4 pounds, which is about 630 grams, something like this. So it's slightly heavier than the iPad 2, but it's definitely thinner and thinner and lighter than the previous generation Asus Transformer. Now, having a quick look on the sides, let's see what you get here. On this part you have the headphone jack, and that's pretty much all. On top you have a microphone, and you have the power button over here. On this other side we have the volume rocker, we have the HDMI port. I believe it's a mini HDMI port, and on this side over here you have the micro SD card slot. And on the bottom you have the charging connector, and these connectors that allow you to connect the tablet to this thing, which is of course the docking. Like all the Asus Transformers, this one comes with a docking, also made from plastic, matte finish. It's also blue as this one. A matte finish on the back. You have the rubber feet that will allow you to place the docking on a table and use this like a mini computer. You have the keyboard, very nicely built, and for sure the keys feel softer than they used to be on the previous generation Transformer. Overall, very nice finish, and they are more comfortable as well. I've tried them. It won't be difficult to put up together proper text using this keyboard. And of course you have all these Android function keys over here and here on the bottom as well. So a very nice keyboard. You also have the trackpad. It's similar to the trackpad you have on the new generation Asus PCs. It's accurate, and the click button, this chrome click button, it's a little bit stiff, but overall it will do the job right. Over here you have the connector, and the tablet is going to be connected with this docking station quite easily. Just take it. You have the arrow here, like I said, and there is an arrow on the connector as well, and you just have to center one arrow on top of the other, and just press this, and there it is. It's connected. Right now the tablet is connected with the docking station, and overall this is how it looks. It's like a mini laptop, but it's definitely thin, it's definitely light. On the docking station you also have the charging dock, Nothing on this part, and on this part there is an SD card reader and a full-size USB. So only one USB, nothing on the back. And of course the docking station also includes a battery, which allows you to prolong the battery life of your tablet by quite a bit. Releasing the two, there is a lock here, just have to take up the lock and then it will be released. And then if you want to put it back, remember, just have to center the arrows and it goes in like this. Definitely better than it used to be on the previous generation transformer. And if you're wondering, this docking station is not the same docking station as the one on the Prime. It's slightly different. I don't think it will work. The docking station on the Prime will work on this one, and it's definitely not the docking station you had on the previous generation transformer. Okay, so with those in mind, let's go ahead and talk a little bit about the hardware and the software. Okay, so this is running on a Tegra 3 platform. It's actually the same Tegra 3 platform you also had on Transformer Prime, just that the processors are a little bit slower. So it's a quad-core processor clocked at 1.2 GHz, very powerful graphics as well, 1 GB of RAM and 32 GB of storage. You also have the micro SD card. You can get an up to 32 GB micro SD card in there. Will allow you to extend the storage space. The screen, like I said, it's the standard one, 1280 by 800 pixels. It's not the super IPS panel you had on Transformer Prime, it's just a standard IPS display. Very good viewing angles though. You can see over here, very good. And there are also very good colors as well, bright. There's actually nothing I can say wrong about this screen. Okay. In terms of software, of course, we're running Android, and it's Android 4.0. I'm gonna show you over here. It's Android 4.0 for free. You have all the basic things included in Android 4.0. I'm not going to get into details. More about this are available in some of the other clips here on the channel. We have walkthroughs for Android 4.0. You should go ahead and click on the link. It will take you to those clips. But I will tell you a couple of things about how easy it is to use this device for daily things. For instance, we have the browser, and for the browser, I don't know, let's wait for it to load. Of course, it supports Flash, it supports JavaScript. Seems a bit slow right now because we had all these tabs opened, but wait. Like I said, this is a test sample, and there are some issues with it, but I'm pretty sure the issues won't be available on the latest, on the product you will be able to find in stores. And let's go on our site on netbooklive.com. It's gonna take a bit of time to load, but once it does load it, overall experience is very fast. You can easily browse here, and you can zoom in. Let's go ahead and open one of these clips. Okay, actually this clip, this is the hands-on from with the Transformer Pad 300. And you have here an embedded YouTube clip. Not really sure what's wrong with the browser, why it's displaying it like this, but you can definitely play embedded YouTube clips with the help of this browser. Also, you have YouTube, and I'm going to show you that this one will be able to play high quality YouTube clips without a problem. You have that Bunny application we're always testing. So this is high quality YouTube, and you can see that it plays quite nice. You also hear the volume, the sound volume, definitely very good sound quality, although you only have a single speaker. Okay, so that was YouTube. I'm also going to show you a couple of the applications over here. Of course, you have all the Google applications. You have Google Plus, you have Gmail, all these things upgraded for Android 4.0. You also have Netflix embedded, which I can't really show you because it's not working here. You have Polaris Office, will help you with your documents. You have My Store, you have My Library, MyNet. You also have the Android Store, and over here you can go ahead and download all these kind of applications. You have games for tablets. It's quite simple to navigate and download things, and I'm gonna quickly show you one game here. We have, of course, Angry Birds. Of course, all the proper games for Tegra are available in Tegra Zone. You have to pay for them, but they're very, very good. You also have clips with some. Okay, sorry for that. We also have clips with some Tegra games available here on the side. But Angry Birds is gonna do it right now. Not really good at Angry Birds, but you can see that the game is fairly playable. And you also have some other titles. I don't know, have Squids, you have Pirates, you have all these kinds of games. And Tegra Zone, this is the place you're going to actually find very good games. In terms of battery life, I should tell you that this one will get you about 7 to 8 hours of battery life on average use, but you can get up a lot more. For instance, if you're going to play an HD clip, and I actually haven't showed you that you can play HD clips, and I should. If you're planning on playing an HD clip and you're going to turn the screen resolution all the way down to about 30% or something, going to turn wireless off, then you will be able to get up to 10 hours of life on the tablet alone, and with the docking going to get 15-16 hours of life, which is just great for those of you guys that are traveling a lot. I'm gonna start with a 1080p MKV file and start over. We're using the standard Android player, and you're going to notice that this clip is going to be played, and it's working, it's flawlessly working. And of course you can output it via HDMI to a bigger display if you want to watch on a bigger display. There is a little bit of sluggishness, but it's still overall very good. And 720p's are definitely going to work here. Okay, let's go back. 720p's, let's try this 720p MP4 file. You can see that it's working. Syncing between scenes is very, very fast, so definitely a very good tablet for watching games. And we were playing all these games where we were on, of course, on balance mode. Like with all Tegra devices, you can switch to, or at least you should be able to switch to performance mode, and then it will be a little bit faster. Like I said, quad-core processor with clocked at 1.2 GHz, and you have these modes here. The echo mode is going to clock the processor at only 1 GHz, this one at 1.1, and this one at 1.2. Switching between two helps you get a little bit extra in terms of battery life and a little bit better performances. Overall, like I said, the sound quality is very good, and this device doesn't get hot, which is definitely something very good. Right now it's very, very cold on the bottom. It's not going to get hot at all, and of course, because it has this plastic casing, GPS is going to work very well, wireless signal is very good, so there are very little things I could say wrong about this tablet. Alright, so overall this is a very good tablet, and it's also very affordable. It starts at $399, which is for the 32GB version, while there will be 3G versions as well. That's the Wi-Fi only version. There will be 3G and 4G LTE versions as well, launched in the next couple of months. Probably its main competitor is going to be this one, the Apple iPad 2. But more about the two in a further clip. Of course, there will be other good Android tablets as well on the market with Tegra 3 and Android 4.0, but none have been announced so far. So this has the advantage of being the first tablet out there. Of course, this is not top of the line, and It has some issues that you might not really like. For instance, it's just made from plastic, it's not as thin, it's not as light as other tablets, and it's not necessarily as powerful. Plus, you get the standard screen. It's a 1280 by 100 pixel screen. It's not the HD screen that you're probably going to see on the top tablets this year. But if you're fine with this and don't really want to pay a lot for a tablet, this is going to be a very good pick. More details in the conclusions that will start in a couple of seconds. Alright, so you saw there are plenty of things to like about this one, and just some minor inconveniences. So right now this is a very solid tablet, and for the money, for $399, it's definitely an option you should consider. Of course, it's still made of plastic, but it looks good, it's slim, it's solid, and it's powerful. The NVIDIA Tegra 3 platform and the Android 4.0 software are just the right mix right now to offer the needed experience you will want on a tablet these days. Main competitor for it is going to be probably the iPad 2, but more about this one versus the iPad 2 in a clip that will come on the channel in the next couple of days. That's it for now. You should also see the written review. There is a link in the description below. And of course, if you like our work, don't forget, a thumbs up is gonna help us a lot, and it's gonna ensure that we'll continue shooting clips like this one. Okay, thank you. That was all for now. Mike with the Asus Transformer Pad.